every Tuesday. And for those of you watching on YouTube, be sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to that thing.
You subscribing to it? How do I make it full screen? I want to get it in better.
The key to you is don't overthink anything.
Oh my god, I actually closed it. How do I get it full screen?
The key to your success is just flying by the
I
seat
just clicked on.
of your pants.
Mine's not like
exactly where you
full
are.
screen. But
Yeah, I've
oh
got.
wait, no, I got full screen.
But how?
I think
I got
so
full screen.
too. We both also
That's
find the
it was
same
on
men
the
in their
right.
20s attractive.
Yeah.
We have the same
Well,
type.
I've got like
Welcome back to Talk to
full
Us.
screen,
Today
but
I
then I've got
Miss Whitney
me and you
Cummings.
underneath.
Oh, have you got that?
Welcome back. I love her.
Still.
And then we got our two guests down here in the floor.
Uh,
We have Hartley. Hartley's a little
Okay.
blind, but she still gets around. And then,
Rue?
where'd Rue go?
Right here.
And then we have Rue down here. Rue's a little bit feisty, but she likes a calm environment.
Oh.
So they're just going to be hanging out with us. And then we got Chelsea over here, and then we got Jamie, of course. Jamie's one of the women.
Sure am.
We need a white man for diversity.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I agree.
in that thing.
Classic.
I got you a little friendship bracelet. I had to put it on so I'd keep up
Did
with
you
it.
really?
I'd lose it if I didn't. I did.
Babe.
Oh,
Come
Well,
friendship
I'm a big
face,
sister I
look,
never
side,
had.
side
Come
dab.
on, I love you.
I love you.
We need to get up to the side dab.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I hit it off with you, so I had to have you
We
back.
really did. I hope my nightmare would to create any pressure for you. I feel like you're going through so much so fast. I feel like we connected, and then I was like, let me just not put any pressure on her.
Yeah.
She'll know where I am if she needs me.
I wasn't nervous talking to you.
Oh, good.
Not
Because
at all.
afterwards you did Bill Maher. You did.
I got a history lecture from him.
Yeah, how'd that go?
I was just the whole time. It went right over my head. I hated history in school, and I was just.
Well, what's
The
the
whole
point of
time.
memorizing any history? Because we've now learned that none of it was true.
Half of it.
When I grew up, I don't know if this is even what you learned in school. I learned that the Native Americans and the Pilgrims had a fun dinner.
That's what I got from
I
it.
learned that they put on their best shoes with buckles and their best hat, and they all
Why are
sat
they
down
talking
and
like
shared
history
maize.
wasn't real or some
They
shit?
had corn and they
Oh,
had a
the fuck are you
cornucopia and it went
talking
great.
about?
And now
Didn't they have a
America.
turkey too?
I believe they
and a
have
damn
two,
turkey.
girl.
So you got lectured about history, so you now know what to not do while hosting a podcast.
Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue in 1962.
1492.
Okay, he didn't teach me very fucking much.
I think the most history
Classic.
until now has kind of been gossip, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of just like, you know what I mean?
Well, like, I
Like
feel
he
like if
said.
I won a battle, I'd be like, not only am I going to tell this story, but I'm also going to say, like, my opponent was, like, fat and stupid. Like, you know, I'm going to add insult
Well,
to
let's
it,
say
too.
9/11
Yeah,
didn't
yeah,
happen.
totally.
Because he's not here to set the record
It
straight.
didn't.
There's no way.
I
mean, it's
won.
like people are like, what if ChatGPT
Seriously,
like photoshops photos? It's like we had paintings before where the king was telling them what to paint. I mean, that was probably worse than Photoshop.
Yeah, I'd be right.
Like Mona
Yeah,
Lisa.
classic.
So, you've had Jake Paul. You've had I don't
Jake
know
Paul?
what he's in, but you've had
Oh.
Jake Paul on.
Yes.
Is that it?
This is the first episode.
Jake's
What?
pretty wild.
He's a little spooky to talk to.
Really?
That's like a man, you know. That is
Yeah.
not like a little soft boy, you know.
What?
It's easy to talk to. That's a
Fuck.
whole man right there.
Yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
was like,
Yeah.
you know, I'm a little ass girl over here talking to this grown man. I was like, what do I talk to him about, you know?
But you knew him before, right? Were you a
Yeah.
fan before?
Yeah, I watched him for a few years.
And what
He's
are you
okay.
noticing in the difference between being a fan of someone from afar and then meeting them?
You're a
Like,
Jake
is it
Paul
what you
fan?
expected?
He was exactly what I expected.
He's better than
Like,
Logan
he lets
Paul.
on like he's an asshole, and that's what I like about him. He owns up to that shit.
I don't
you know?
mind him.
That's what, I got respect for him for that.
I like that.
Like, I
like
can
that.
be an asshole too.
And he's
I don't
comfortable with
know who's
controversy.
better.
Yeah,
He's okay
he's
with it.
very comfortable with that.
I think that's like one of the most important skills now is
I
being
think
comfortable
during
with
Jake-
like, letting people project onto you
Oh, I
and
don't
like
even
think,
know.
you know, like if you stand up for yourself, you're a bitch. If you like want to win a fight, you're an asshole. It's like, all right, just project whatever you want. I know that my identity at a certain
want
point
like
is
a
kind of
bit
like
of
a
both, but, like-
mixture of who I am and what you project onto
I'll
me.
say hated
Yeah,
both.
I mean, you can't please them all either.
Mm.
No, definitely not. And then Matt Rife.
I used to love Logan
Thanks to
when he
you,
was
best
a
man
baby.
ever.
Yeah, shout out you, girlfriend. Now I got a pillow of him to sleep with every night. Whatever. That was a match
You know.
made in heaven right there. Let me just go on and tell you. I was reading all the comments like on our post, and they're like, "Oh, look, it's like the first look," and we're like smiling at each other. You will never see me smile at a man like that ever again in my entire fucking life. Let me just go on and tell you. You can ask her. I died.
Please don't.
They didn't warn us. They come and got us like from the car, and then we walked around, and they didn't say he was like right there at the fucking corner we were going around. I was like, "What the hell?" And I go around. I was like, "Oh." I was like, "Oh no, I haven't prepared myself what to say to this man." He's like, "Hey," and I was like,
She's like, don't look me in the eyes. And he's like, okay.
Oh
Dude, he could have turned me to stone looking into me. I was like, oh my god, don't look at me.
You're in LA. You can go get Botox right now, and
You could have turned her to stone.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. There's Botox everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get a little myself. I call it Brotox when I do it.
Shut the hell up. Why is this like... God
You
damn.
just say
No
Brotox.
shit.
Do you really
That was
get it?
cold.
Here's why, guys. Look, I'm not about to
So
be on
you're
fucking
serious?
trial here.
You do get Botox.
Let me explain. And Whitney, you can back me up here.
I don't get Botox anymore.
No, hold on. The
I
earlier
stopped.
you
I
get
guess
it,
she doesn't.
Yep.
right? So when you start young, you're actually just getting rid of whatever wrinkles would pop up. So it's not like I'm going every week and getting shit done. It's like I went a few times. I actually went again like last month, but like for a touch up. But yeah,
Where do you get it?
I go to Calabasas. I gotta
No, I
go
mean
out
like
there.
where?
Oh, forehead and then crow's feet, right?
Wait, he actually gets
But
Botox.
here's the thing. Oh, wow. So you
I'm
still have
done.
movement, which is good.
I have
You
tons of
should
movement.
have more, though. Here's the thing. Number one, if you're a girl and you get Botox, number one, you're going to attract pedophiles. Okay? We're all trying
Duh.
to stop shaving your vagina hair.
Don't stop shaving your vagina hair.
What?
I don't know where the
Grow
fuck
it
Whitney's
out
going
and
with
put
this.
beads
Don't
in
stop.
No.
What
I
the
was-
fuck?
Grow it out and put
I
beads
was
in it.
dating
What did he
creeps
just
the longest
say?
time, and I didn't
They're
realize
trying to
they
grow
made
their
up by
vagina
having
hair.
bald pussy and Botox, of course.
What is going
Okay?
Okay, thank you for that tip.
And also,
Thank
here's
you.
the other thing. I want people to know when I'm pissed off at them. I want them to
Yeah.
know when I'm mad. And I realized that when I had Botox, I didn't have any wrinkles. So I would be like mad at somebody, and they'd be like, anyway, like they think I was joking, and I was like, I'm serious, and I would have to subtitle my face.
And after
because
all that.
wrinkles,
Okay, I feel better.
they convey information.
See, where I have like a bitchy face, I have like a wrinkle going through here.
Let me see. No,
Let's
that's
see.
normal. I
Yeah,
honestly
I'm
think
gonna leave mine.
at
It gives
this
me
point,
character.
wrinkles are a sign of youth.
Yeah, I agree.
That's
I
why I
agree.
decided to
I
stop
agree.
Botox.
Wait, wrinkles are a sign of youth.
There's,
What?
you can get Botox in your armpits so that you
What?
don't sweat. Yeah.
What?
But the
What
dermatologist
are
said
they
to me,
talking about?
so you can get, I think it's like 18
They're putting Botox
shots.
in their armpits so they don't sweat.
18 and 18, so that you don't
Ugh.
sweat. But then he was like, the sweat does have to come out somewhere.
Where does it come
usually
out?
comes out in your...
And your Pucci
Ew.
banana? What the fuck?
Classic.
Her Pucci banana.
Preventative
She said it again because nobody laughed. I'm done.
Honestly, at this point,
Shut the hell
like
up, bitch.
having pubic hair, sweating,
What?
wrinkles, because it is just my goal in life to attract straight men, and it really deters all the gay men, and I can't date any more gay men.
Yeah, shit. If you want to come over here and munch on this rug, go for it, boy.
Yeah.
You know,
What?
yeah.
If a guy
What?
looks at pubes on a vagina and is like, never mind, this is, you know.
What?
He's a sissy ass bitch.
Yeah.
That's exactly.
We're-
Yeah.
we're weeding
I'm glad
out
you
What
think
the
that way.
fuck?
You make me want to grow
Oh,
mine
shit,
out, like
I'm
finger
lagging.
wave it or something. Fuck yeah, you got me rethinking every damn thing right now. Holy shit, keep going. What's something
Well,
else
it's
that
like,
pisses
you know what it
off?
is? There's just something that happens when you get old. Getting older is actually kind of amazing. You know, I thought it would I would just like blow my head off
How
when
was
I turned
that?
40 or
Yeah.
something. You know, but there's something kind of freeing about it, you know? Because like,
You just
the,
quit caring.
yeah, the guys that want to date you, they're like adults. Like, you know, there's something really fun about it. I don't know. I'm into it.
I like the way you see that. Now I can't wait to get older.
Why not?
I mean, I think it would be fun.
It's kind of fun. It's just sort of like, yeah, there's veins on my leg, but like,
What about it?
whatever, dude. My leg ankles are blue now. I'm an avatar. Sick.
I cannot
Like,
get
you
over
just have to.
Can you jump higher?
I don't think I can
Oh,
jump
fuck.
at all. Yeah, my fake boobs have gotten too hard.
Bummer.
If I
Your
jump.
boobs
Ooh, what the hell?
What the fuck?
Yeah. So it
What?
actually happened because. And can I tell you something about you? I think part of the reason people love you so much.
Nobody loves her. Like what?
Dolly Parton or something.
Yeah,
You
I'd
don't.
say so. That is a good comparison right there. I
Trailer
like that.
Swift?
Yeah, totally. Trailer Trash Dolly or
What
whatever
did he
it is.
just say?
Is that there's this
Hmm.
epidemic where especially white women, super privileged white women, will talk about how hard their lives are and how and when I was at this Hollywood party, the
What are they
producer hugged me
talking
too
about,
long
man?
and like we all have to march
Hmm.
because like a white woman was uncomfortable. You know, my trauma, and you're like, what was your trauma? And they're like, I had to move to Canada to do this movie. And you're just like, where's the, like, trauma used to be a word that was reserved for like ER nurses. And like, it was a thing where like blood was involved and everyone's
Yeah.
talking about their trauma and how they get triggered and they like struggle with anxiety. And meanwhile, they're like from Connecticut and whatever. And you just blew by the fact that, like, yeah, this is my family situation.
Everybody
What?
else is at the
Come on.
club.
Yeah, what
We're
about
It's like
watching
I'm not making
the Hot
this my
Tour
thing.
podcast.
It's like dark humor too. That's like how most people
That's
deal with it.
life
But
shit.
it's also, I don't want you to pity me, and I'm not
Don't.
going to try to be a victim in order to get attention. And like, I'm fine. I'll be okay.
Yeah, I've accepted it. Why can't you fucking accept it?
Yeah.
Laugh at it. Move on.
I'm not
you
going to
know?
bore the fuck out of you guys talking about how hard my life is. Everyone's life is hard.
My mama left me and she picked crack over me.
Oh, the
Please sit
sheriff
here and
is
cry.
Have
kinda
you tried crack
insane.
though? From what I understand, it's better than a kid.
Yeah, I've never seen an unhappy crackhead.
Neither have
Who
I.
opened it?
They're
Tom
like
opened it.
Superman, too.
That's it. There was Lil Boozy did a video about crack. He talked about how fentanyl
I
is,
sent
like,
me
really
watching
good
the
for
Hack Tour
crackheads. They
podcast.
play basketball. They're
the
athletic. They can run. They can fix a car. Like my crackheads are doing
yeah.
well.
That's so boozy of him.
Yeah.
You don't want to fight a crackhead.
I don't want to
that.
fight a crackhead.
That's like fighting one of those souped up kangaroos, like in Australia. They'll beat your ass. Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, I don't know, those kangaroos, they look like the Jake Paul of Australia. Those kangaroos.
That's a really good comparison, right?
That's what he reminds me of.
Like a souped up fucking kangaroo?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, and you don't want to fuck with him.
He guy's an animal. But like, so that's something that is such a breath of fresh air about you.
It is.
You know?
I agree. So I'm going to be real with y'all. I was never the biggest football fan. I honestly don't even...
Wait, why am I like low-key liking this
I like having
podcast?
fun and winning money.
Is that bad?
Better Picks let you win up to 1,000 times your money. The app is super easy and it makes it 1,000 times more fun. Just pick your favorite players.
Both saved it in the chat.
And predict what they're going to do in the game. Get them right and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. So download Better, play Better Picks. Use the code TALK2A and let's hit some lineups all NFL season long. It's crazy how I said 2 words and I'm hearing it.
It's pretty wild.
It is.
It is pretty wild.
I wish I'd have like jumped on it sooner though.
Jumped on what?
Like all this. Like I was scared to come out of my house the first 2
Tuah,
weeks.
spit
Me
on
and
that
her both, we
thing.
locked ourselves in the fucking bedroom.
That's a normal, healthy reaction.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god.
I would be worried about your psychological state. If you were like, yes, like here, I knew that would work. Like that would be spooky.
Yeah, that would be a little spooky.
Just imagine if Chelsea said Hawk Tuah and not you that night. Would Chelsea be sitting in that chair?
I would not have dealt with it as good as you did.
Can we hear you say it?
She don't give a fuck. It's her problem.
Let's just hear you say it.
She does not give a single fuck.
One more time?
I can't do it as good as
Do
Haley.
it.
You do it.
No, you do it.
Hot to.
There you go.
You gotta put like
She was not
emphasis on,
trying.
like tuh. You know, like really, yeah. Say it. All right, all together.
Hot to.
Hot tuh.
Hot to.
Say it aggressive, like
Hot
really.
to.
Like you're mad.
Okay, we get it.
You're mad at.
Okay, now I hate them again.
Yeah.
These girls have never seen a dick, Whitney. Calm down.
I know that's the other.
Will you relax?
You're mad at
Dan
me.
Whitney Schneider.
You know what I think? You know what I think? Easy, bro talk. You know what I think we need to do? I think we need to like do. I don't know, like a bar crawl where we get you drunk and try to get you a slogan.
Hey, I got something you can say.
We gotta get you a slogan.
She does.
I feel like we could do it if we just like go to Nashville a couple nights, just get wasted.
What are you yapping about?
Yeah, we could just like sneak up on you and like send like some crisis actor to
I'm, like,
interview you
zoning
and
out.
try to get some.
Or
yeah,
they're
we
trying to
could
make
do.
They do it
the
again.
boy famous,
I'm sure
like
they wouldn't have a
the Hawk
problem.
Tuah,
They
like
wouldn't.
doing on one of
Wonder
those
if they
weird
do.
interviews.
Why aren't you allowed to
That
talk?
would
You're
be-
not allowed to talk about
Maybe
that?
we are. Fuck
Yeah,
it. Let's
why not?
let
I
it
mean,
rip.
yeah, it's like, you know, well, they might argue that you're making money off of it and it benefits.
Oh, but what about that video they first posted when all this shit started? I didn't get any money off of that.
Yeah.
So they can suck my left lip.
Yeah, you should definitely just get the money if nothing else.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they like launched a merch store the next day. Haley
She
asked
said-
to video down. She was, like, very depressed
Suck
about
my
it. It was
left
kinda, like,
lip.
blocked
Wait,
her.
that's like
Yeah.
low-key
They
cold.
blocked
I'm gonna
all
use
my
that.
friends too, and we all have it like screenshotted too. Like I messaged them, I was like, "All right, you posted the one, you got views and everything else. Just stop. You're like horrifying me. Just quit." And they didn't stop either. So it just kept going. I was like, "All right, at this fucking point, what else you gonna post? Picture of my ass crack? Go ahead, go ahead. I don't.
I
give a
feel
fuck."
so bad
boy.
about it too because I was like, holy shit, I made her answer that question, and now she's like beating herself up. But hey,
Ah,
I'm glad.
you know.
Greatest
Look at-
assist
look
of
at
all
us
time.
now.
Yeah.
Look at us now.
Alley-oop.
I cannot. But it also it was about what you said, but it was also like your energy. It was like your essence. Like
Vodka. That's exactly how that works. Vodka.
I drank plenty of vodka on camera, and I didn't become an overnight sensation.
Well, see, I
Maybe
say a
that's
bunch
what
of
I
shit
should
like
do.
that, like around my friends. I'm just,
Yeah,
how can I put it? I talk out of my ass a whole lot.
good.
But I'm open with them. I don't have any kind of issue saying it in front of them. But when I drink vodka, I'll say it to anybody.
I think we weirdly need
Guys,
more talking out of our ass. Like, I know that sounds insane because everyone online seems like they're doing that, but I actually think it's the opposite. I think everyone is doing a bad impression of themselves, or they're repeating what they heard somebody else say, or they're so obsessed about their brand or trying to do what you did. They're trying to get a catchphrase going. They're trying to get some brand going, and it feels so inauthentic, so artificial, and it's so repellent. And then you just talked out of your ass, and it was something, you know.
I had no intention of that.
Yeah, that's why it worked. Everyone else was running around with intention, being like, how do I get famous off this? How do I get viral off this? And you were just, you know.
They're in Nashville still, like, trying to recreate it.
No
Like,
one.
there's interviews everywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
The idea that in Nashville right now, girls get dressed up and get drunk to try to
the
like
fuck is this guy's
get filmed
crosshair?
outside of a bar to get your career is so funny to me.
Get me
They're
a
just
bottle
out
of
there-
vodka.
Yeah, they're just
I'll
out
get
there
How
that,
like,
can you
hey, I'm
even
gonna do that.
aim?
Choke. Anything?
Yeah, there you go. They're checking out to like see if it works. I think we need to get Chelsea drunk and give her a microphone and see what she does.
Bro,
What
this
do you
guy's
think?
got
Well,
5
let me ask you.
vertical
I don't mean to say
dots.
like your generation. Like, were
Really?
you
As
already
his
kind of on social
crosshair.
media?
What the
like,
fuck?
Not really.
Okay.
Like here and there.
Yeah. How do you feel doing this? Does it make you feel uncomfortable?
No, I don't really care.
Okay, good.
I feel good about it.
Good.
It's just like I'd be reading my DMs and I'm like, oh my god, I'm posting these. This is my audience right here.
Hey?
No, it's freaky.
What the
The
heck?
big question: do you feel like
Oh,
guys
marketing in my-
try to hit on you? Like, no, I don't mean about
can't, I
this. I just mean
can't.
like you're now in a situation being famous. You now have to question everybody that wants to be friends with you or date you. Have you
Yeah.
already felt like there's a
can't.
difference?
Yeah, but she's
Yeah.
not
I
famous.
see it.
Yeah, I tell them that all the time.
The
No,
hot
guys,
tour
it's
girl's
not
famous,
it's
not
not
the
a big-
fucking
I'm
her
just
friend.
Fuck you. That's about it.
Well, it's
Yeah.
worse now.
Yeah.
I would
You
rather
would
a
get
guy
it.
use me for my
Yeah, I
body
get it.
than for my Instagram. And then, so what has been the most fun, like, moment where you're like, okay, this is worth it?
Okay, so besides you, like the one woman that I've like been interviewed by was Caitlin Bristow. I clicked with her.
Yeah, I love
good.
her.
I
She's a
love
good
that
one.
girl. And her wine, I will never shut up about
Her
her fucking
wine.
wine. Her wine was the shit.
Okay, so let me ask you. I feel
This
like,
last
I feel
17
as you
minutes
get
have gone
older, you
past so
start to realize
quick.
this, you see
I
me
want
know
it to
this.
end.
Does your personality change based on the liquor you're drinking? Like, I'm a different person. Vodka, wine, tequila. What's wine do?
Wine kind of makes you want to hump the couch a little bit.
Oh, this is
You,
his
speak
clue.
for yourself.
And then dark liquor, I could probably fight
No
a grizzly
wonder you're
bear.
running a dog rescue.
Yeah.
You behave like one.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like being a
dark liquor
dog.
does what?
I could probably fight a grizzly bear if I drink dark liquor.
Okay.
Like Fireball, I can't drink it anymore. I either drunk cry or I get like violent. Like it's at a command.
Imagine what that video
Oh,
would have done.
see?
Like that's where Harley come from. That's my alter ego.
Hartley.
Harley.
Harley.
Like you got Haley and then you got Harley.
It's just a straight up Nicki Minaj
Oh
over
my
here.
God,
She's
that
got all her
fucking
personalities. So Harley, you
sting.
see Harley when Harley drinks
What the
liquor.
hell?
Brown
Not
liquor.
even. Yeah, I'd say brown liquor.
Okay.
You can testify that.
Oh,
Champagne? Like,
You say she's mean?
champagne? On champagne?
Oh, I
is she
thought
mean?
you
I
said
thought
is she mean?
Oh, no.
I was about to say,
Sorry. You
Harley's
guys heard the
vicious.
same thing. I said champagne.
Yeah, I'm ferocious as
Sorry.
fuck when I drink dark liquor. It's
What about
bad.
when you drink champagne?
Going
Champagne's not
on?
too bad.
Okay.
Like,
What are you
wine
doing?
is not too
I
terrible
can't.
either unless
I'm
like,
trying to
They're
watch
talking
that
about
podcast.
splurging.
Something happened when I
Yeah.
turned like
Talking
25 where I
about
could only drink tequila. Like
splurging.
that's all. I could only drink tequila or else I was just texting exes. I'm like posting things on, Twitter trying to get their attention. I'm like,
Wait, what?
I looked up the Scientology ships. Huh?
Back up. We posted stuff on Twitter to get their attention. Could
Well, when sometimes you're on social media and you're like a little dry and you're like, I'm not going to text my ex, but I'm going to like post a bunch of photos that I think he'd see, which will get him to text me.
Oh,
like
yeah.
just
He's
this
gonna be thinking about no,
stupid
no.
math.
No, I know exactly what the fuck
Oh,
you mean.
embarrassing.
I've done some shit like that.
Yeah, we're just childish. Like I start having this magical thinking where I'm like someone that I don't even want to date, someone that I don't even want to get back
You
together.
just want
with.
their attention.
I just want him to miss me.
Yeah, you're
and,
not
like,
ever gonna forget
be
about me,
sorry.
bitch. Yeah.
I get vengeful. I want him to know how well I'm doing. I want to whatever. So I start posting stuff. I'm like, what am I doing? I wake up the next morning. I'm like, oh god. I wish
We're
I...
more alike than you know.
By the way, that is a
Bro, I
compliment
couldn't deal with this, guys.
Yeah, it is.
to me, not to
Oh
you.
my god.
Good
So
what?
yeah. So for me, I
They were
was
fucking
tequila's
meowing
kinda
at
the
me.
only thing I
No
drink at this
way.
point.
Really?
Is the
Wine.
hot tour
I
podcast
hate
more
wine.
entertaining?
I like vodka. Vodka, I'm actually pretty good on vodka. I have fun when I drink.
I did
Yeah,
top for it.
vodka. I'm like,
So I'm gonna have
we
it,
need
but
to
like,
play
sure.
charades now.
Yeah, like right
I
now.
They
get
were
very like
fucking
we're
meowing at me
competing.
because I was the
Yeah.
healing
So
bitch.
tell me about this animal
So
sanctuary.
they
This is my
like wanted me
savior
to raise
psyche.
them
So I
or
launched
or
yesterday's
like
paws across America.
Nice.
It's
heal
a
them.
little dog. Look at 'em taking a nap.
Yeah.
I still can't find. Okay, there's.
So what is your strategy on how what
Wars
dogs you
across
take, which
America.
animals you take, which you don't?
I
So
mean,
we're
that's a
looking for like the ones that are the worst.
have they
Listen.
devved you?
in my opinion. So that's gonna be like a big thing we're doing. Looking
Okay.
for the ones that need it
Have
most.
they devved
Okay.
you?
And then we'll get to the little ones.
Okay.
That they got it good, but they can
what the
still use
Sigma?
it.
Did you say?
Just the ones that need it.
Oh my
Terribly
god,
bad.
you've got like
Nice.
this
And we're doing one of
timestamp
those
that's been on
Sunday,
that
right?
thing.
That's just
Saturday and
Do they?
yeah.
Okay, so do you want? I'm going to give you my unsolicited. It's not even advice. I'll just share my experience.
Oh yeah, okay, come on.
This is my
Lead up to
thing.
that.
Rescuing animals is what I care about kind of the most in life.
Where's the flag at?
I do high risk dogs.
That's neither
Staffies,
she nor
I
me.
don't like to say the word pit bull because people like to take that, make it a bad word.
It's
Pit bulls
rating
get a
your
bad rap.
vagina.
I have such a big bleeding heart. Well, pit bulls, if they're raised by idiots, which many idiots want to have a pit bull. If they make a mistake, they will do the maximum amount of damage, right?
Exactly.
Chihuahuas, Cocker Spaniels, they attack the most frequently of any dog, but they don't do much damage, so nobody cares, right? So a pit bull does damage, it's over, right? So anytime there's a dumb dog, there's a dumb person that's been dealing with it. So I have such a big bleeding heart. This is my thing. I did get my ear bitten off.
What?
It's been sewn back on.
What?
By a dog.
What?
And
The dog sewed it back on.
the dog
sewed it back.
The dog could not sew it back on, you idiot.
I did get my ear bitten off. So all I would say is protect your head.
Yeah.
Protect this $1 billion face. So for me, I guess in the beginning, I was so excited to actually have resources.
I
to be able
guess
to
it's a
save
$1 billion
animals
face.
That I brought them all into my house. And I made the mistake with the dog that bit my ear off. It was my fault. Anytime a dog attacks, I usually believe it's your fault, or the person who trained its fault, or it's someone's fault, right? Especially a staffy, because they always give warning, right? They always give you 2 chances to back off and change the circumstances, right? If they attack, it means they're fighting for their life and they feel cornered, or they think they're protecting their owner, which is why dog fighting happens. The way that they train them is really fucked up.
I don't even
So
mind
basically,
that.
they breed the dogs to get. It's basically survival of the kindest, but also the kindest, because they're fighting for their owner.
So do judges well.
Right? So they're not fighting to kill the other dog. They think they're protecting their owner. So the ones that are the nicest are the ones that end up fighting, and those, right? So they're actually just like the sweetest dogs. And it's disgusting what they do. But I had the dog sleep in the bed, and he was sleeping on my chest, which is a dominant move. He hadn't been impulse, control trained yet. And I was on the ground, and I pushed him away, and he just went to their mouth. So in the beginning, if they've been taken from their mom too young, which is very common with abuse scenarios, they basically will just grab your hand to try to pull you, and he just grabbed my ear, and it just lobbed right off. So I just wish that when I was in that situation where I was rescuing elephants and giraffes and bears and anything I could. Exotic animal trafficking is a whole thing. We'll get to jokes in a second, guys. Just calm down. But I just found myself in a situation where I was just I'm Dr. Dolittle. I'm going to save them all. Yeah. And then, a lot of crazy stuff happened.
Dr. Dolittle's a good way to put that.
Yeah, so there's times where you just got to go yes, we're rescuing this high-risk dog, but he's not going to sleep in the bed with me until I know more information about this dog, So it's just playing it safe and having somebody really smart running it that goes okay, I'm going to respect the background of this dog that's gone through this horrific stuff and put it in a situation where it can acclimate slowly, Yeah. So volunteers who know how to, let dogs get comfortable around humans before they freak out and make a mistake. Because sometimes dogs that are that abused, they make mistakes.
Please tell me you named that dog Spike Tyson. Did you? Because that's a huge miss.
I know. Named him Bingo.
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 That works too.
And there goes my ear. So that was the thing. I think you have such a big bleeding heart, and as you can see, when it comes to I'm sure all the people coming out of the woodwork asking you for this and that. I was the person that as soon as I got any resources, I was so poor for so long, and I was here's this, ruined every one of my family relationships, buying them cars and houses and health insurance, and then. As Chris Rock pulled me aside in the hallway when I first started having anything I had, I did not understand what he was saying. It did not compute to me. He was when you lend someone money, it's only a matter of time before they start to hate you.
Fair enough.
And I was no, what do you mean? This is going to make my mom love me, and this is going to make this sibling nice to me finally. It's doesn't work that way. And then I was okay, animals are safe. You can't love an animal too much. This is
Exactly. And they can't help themselves either. That's why I like doing it.
Yeah.
Why do people start hating you when you give them money?
What's that?
Why do people start getting mad at you when you give them money?
Well, it's resentful. It's a couple things. Number one, I think my thing is it always should be a gift. It's not a loan. It never can be a loan, because then all of a sudden you become the Damocles sword hanging over their head, where every time, you see them, you're a reminder to them of the thing they haven't given you or the embarrassing thing they had asked for.
Where's my money at, bitch?
Totally. And then you see them and they're in a new pair of shoes and you're you can't really sit and they're no, someone gave me these and they were on sale. I went to Aldo and they were 20% off and I'm $40. I have your money, but I'm gonna get you back. Don't worry. And you're I don't You know, I got to the point where I was like, it's just a gift, or I'm going to pay the bill directly, you know, because I can't just give you cash, whatever. And then I think it's a matter of time before they start to hate you, because then they start to owe you. And then the power dynamic, they gave you a power that you didn't want. You know what I mean? I just wanted to like help you out with your rent or help you out with their this. And then it's like, well, now what about next month? Now what about next month? And then you become this like, you know, authority figure to them. Kind of thing. I think and then we are generous, so it makes it even worse. And then they have to go like, well, if you gave me more money, I wouldn't be in this situation. You know, I just need, and you're just like, okay.
And you don't owe anybody shit.
That I just figured that out like 20 minutes ago. I have to go. Why am I doing this? Kidding. No, it's true. It was really hard for me to compute that, but I think people that are really generous, like that big hearts like you, animals is such a great place to start.
I agree. Mm-hmm. They can't talk back to you either.
Exactly. Well, they do. They communicate.
They do, but you don't understand them half the time.
Yeah.
Like they're calling me a bitch. I don't know it.
I don't understand humans half the time. You're like a dog calling me. You're calling me a bitch. I mean, that's literally
your definition. A female dog.
Pot
there you
call
go.
the kettle.
Yeah, I'd rather sit on the floor and talk to a dog than a person all day long.
Yeah. Okay, so you had fun with Matt Rife. You had fun with Logan Paul. What have you learned anything
Jake
from
Paul?
What's that, Jake? Logan? Oh
Jake.
God. What? Same diff.
Same thing.
Same diff.
They do look like really bad.
Yeah, they do, right? I like them. Why do I like them? There's something I like the shamelessness of them.
They're blunt.
They're blunt. And you know what else I like? I appreciate, and this is the same with Tana, is like people that grew up in public. You might kind of be one of them. You know, I did too, but not like this. Not like, you know, it was more like TV, like talk shows and stuff. Like I like when someone makes mistakes and is like, yeah, I was a kid. I was an idiot. I messed up and like, I'm going to keep going. Like you don't have to like totally call it on your career. By the way, just so you know, I lasered. I have no hair on my body.
So you were talking all this shit from the outside is what I'm hearing.
Freezing.
Rules for thee and not for me.
Well, no, it's kind of starting to grow back. It's like sort of little Smithers hairs right now. They're kind of little ones that are kind of growing back. Because my guy, I'm finally dating a guy who's not gay, and he said one day, he just floated by me.
He's cool as fuck, by the way.
He's so cool.
He is cool.
Yeah.
He's so cool. He's so cool. It took me so long to realize that what I needed in someone is someone that I'm in awe of and someone that because respect to me is the hottest thing.
I agree.
Respecting the person.
I agree.
And we respect nobody and nothing.
I mean, that's fair, though.
Someone that makes me the best version of myself, because I think that I was always like, for whatever reason, like whether I learned this because I grew up in a, pugnacious watching divorces and stuff. I thought that in relationships you were supposed to fight with your person. To like show them how smart you were, to show them how strong you were, to like show them, you're
calling me out right now.
Well, because we come from like when we've been picked on a lot, or you come from a tricky, dysfunctional home. You're like, I got to prove how strong I am, so no one gets anything past me. I got to make sure you don't take advantage of me. Like you, on some level, want them to maybe be scared of you so they don't hurt you. Like I think I was just trying to feel safe or something, or like make them respect me, which we all know you can't do that. You earn respect. You can't make someone respect you. Yeah. And then I got with this guy, and I was just like, I never want to argue with you. You win everything. Like I just have so much respect for him, and I never feel the need to pull that shit.
Did you make him swallow an AirTag? I think Pookie needs to swallow an AirTag.
This is really, really funny. You should do AirTags that say Pookie. This is really funny you said this because I did date a guy who swallowed an earbud.
Same thing.
Kind of the same thing. Did you get to like hear everything that was going on? I'd have been listening. Is he talking to a bitch? Is that what I'm hearing right
sucking
now?
his dick and I just hear voices through his stomach.
It's like a 50 Cent song. You're like, what the fuck is going on? Mini man. What?
Can you turn off Rogan? He's my friend. And so I literally was like, how do you know that story? It's the one thing I haven't shared publicly. And then I just did. But yeah, but it's also the first time I've been in a relationship where I'm not thinking about where he is. I don't, like,
You trust him.
100%. And not only that, like when we're not together, I'm like, I wonder what he's doing. Like, it's weird. I'm like a fan.
And that's how it should be.
I think so too.
He gets you in like your little soft girl era. You don't have to be like a hard ass gangster, you know?
No, that's what it is.
I'm in my gangster era.
Yeah. By the way, do it. But it's weird. I was dating this guy once, professional athlete. And I remember, because I guess just because of what I do and, I thought if a guy wanted to date me, he wanted like a challenge, because guys say that a lot. Like, and I think they believe
No guy who's ever said that.
I know.
No.
I just want to let you know right now, no guy said that.
And I think this is probably a guy being full of shit, trying to flirt or saying what I think they think I would want to hear.
Oh, I love a good challenge. Okay, bring it on.
Guys say it. Here's the thing. But guys don't hear what their guy friends say to girls. Like, you guys don't know. Do you know what I'm saying? I always have to tell my guy friends, like, that your homies cry to us, right? and that they, it's a whole ass thing. So we see a different side of your homies than you do. And they'll be like, I want a girl who calls me out on my shit. They always say that. I want a girl that's like,
and when you do, they're like, why would you say that?
I know. And then 3 months in, you're like, hey, why do you have 2 phones? And they're like, why are you attacking me?
Oh, yeah.
Why are you over here talking about this bitch? You're with me. That's my friend.
Yeah,
I don't give
okay.
a damn.
Oh, really? And I said to him,
What the
I was
hell?
like, we were arguing about something,
Matt?
and again, because I thought I had to like prove I was smart or strong or something like that, and then I was like, well, I thought you wanted a challenge. Like, I
Yeah.
thought men wanted, you date me if you want a challenge, and he was
Don't
like,
say it unless you want
He
it,
was
because
like-
I will give you a challenge.
what man would ever want a challenge? What man would ever?
But
I
they
thought it
said
was-
it though.
I thought it was my job to be a challenge. I thought that's what you guys wanted.
Yeah, you want a hard time? I'll give you a hard time.
Well, no,
you
and
know?
also too, we think
Yeah,
it's like,
boy.
great, did you bust every guy's balls this hard, or is it just
be
me?
back.
And then we start thinking, and it's like, so
Ooh.
who are all these guys that just
Ooh,
kind of got
she
to like
done
hook
that
up with you
thing.
and go on with their life and not deal with any of this bullshit I'm dealing with right now?
Oh.
So it's just kind of puts it in perspective, and you're like, damn, fuck, I can just I should maybe get out of here. Like, fuck this. I'm a little ashamed.
There's the door,
Yeah.
bitch.
I do think, though, it takes a while to figure out who you are, so it's hard to know what you even want. But I spent so much time going, like, I'm going to go to therapy to learn how to be this person. And I'm going to, I go to the 12-step meetings for something called Al-Anon, growing up in an alcoholic home and with a drug addict home. I'm going to, like, learn how to be this, and I'm going to be more patient, and I'm going to be more this, and I'm going to wear this push-up bra, and I'll wear these shoes, and I'll act this way, and I'll laugh when he makes a joke, because I tend to not laugh a lot at things because I'm a comic, and whatever. I'm going to fake laugh. And then all of a sudden I was like, I don't need to change anything about myself. I just have to be authentic, and then I'll actually attract the right person. Because when you're pretending or you're trying to be something you think they want, they're going to be attracted to a fake version of you. And then in 6 months or a year, you're going to be so exhausted pretending that you're going to like fall apart one day and just like they're going to be like, who's this person? You're like, this is me.
This is the real me.
This is the real me. And they're
Yeah,
like,
that's me.
And you're not even in love with me. You're in love with who I'm pretending to be. And they're like, why did you just pretend to be someone for 6
See, this is
months?
how you
weirdo?
gotta play it. You gotta give them like maybe a 3-month free trial and be like, oh, sweet little girl, nothing whatsoever. Then once you like get them in with a hook and you got them for good, then you can show them the real you. Yeah, start
Now we'll
beating
go
on
swimming
shit.
and you'll see my face for
Yeah.
real.
And your bush.
In my
And
bush.
your bush.
I don't have a
He's
bush.
not worthy of your bush.
I don't know. Maybe I'll get a merkin.
What's that?
It's a wig that's pubic hair.
That's a thing.
What the fuck?
But are you dating anyone yet? Are you on the apps?
Hell no, I don't know.
Okay.
Stay
I
away
don't
from
know.
me. Men scare me. No, Pookie's still in the picture. He just
Okay.
hadn't took me on a date.
That's fucked up. When you told me that, I got upset.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like, he's not took me on a date yet.
How long have you been hanging?
It's been like on and off for like 3 years.
And you've never been on an actual date?
We just like started getting serious like a few months ago. And I still haven't been on a date.
I'm going to say something wild.
Do it.
I'm on his side. Hear me out. How old is he?
24.
What?
Cool. What's going on? Me? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
It closed.
Close.
Come on, Haley. It's not
Hello?
bad.
Can you
Yeah.
hear me?
Well, because we come from, like,
Yeah.
picked on a lot, or you come
Yeah.
from,
Okay.
like a tricky, dysfunctional home.
Okay.
You're like, I got to prove how strong I am.
Second,
so no
I
one
thought
gets
it came
anything
in.
past me.
What's going
I
on?
make sure you don't take advantage of me. Like, you on some level want
Oh,
them to
it's so
be
quiet.
you so they don't hurt you. Like, I think I was just trying to
How do I turn it up?
or like make them respect me.
What are you trying to turn up?
You can't do that. You earn respect. You can't make someone respect you. And then I
YouTube. Can I like force it to go left? Hold on.
Ah!
What the hell is that? Oh, is it back on the thing?
I just clicked start again. I don't know. No. Search or paste YouTube URL. Alright,
Do you want me to put it back in?
yeah, do that. Do you remember what you were up to?
28 minutes and 33 seconds.
Oh my god.
No, because I opened YouTube and it put me in like the exact spot.
All right, it's time to get out of the bed and quit.
Really get up.
But how do
I get
I?
out of the bed, I
So
quit
I wanted to
right.
start my podcast out here in Belfast, Tennessee, where I was born at and where I've been ever since until a few weeks ago and everything changed. No, really, I that you can't bring a box
Can't
cutter
click
on
on
the
the video.
plane. So we'll be talking about
Yeah,
all
it's
the
like
crazy
small.
stuff that's happened since I got
Oh,
into
no,
this
okay.
mess.
How?
The stuff that me and Chelsea like to do before
I
all this
went
happened.
full screen
And
on
I want you guys to get
Discord,
to know me
and
better
then
than
like
Hawk Tuah.
bottom right full
No,
screen.
it's tuh. Like,
How
you
do you
really gotta
get
put
the
your
video?
emphasis.
Oh, explain
Yeah,
the video.
you're not saying tuah, you're saying tuh. You know, like you gotta really put your back into tuh. You know. My first guest is gonna be somebody that's very dear to me,
28.
Miss Whitney Cummings. Make sure you hit follow on Talk to
Oh yeah,
wherever
you
get
have
your
to
podcast.
do it. So you
And
can
then
do it.
I got with this guy, and I was just like,
that good?
Yeah.
never want to argue with you. You win everything. Like, I just have so much respect for him, and I never feel the need to pull that shit.
Did you make him swallow an AirTag?
Wait.
I think
This
Pookie
is-
needs to swallow an AirTag.
This is
What?
really,
What?
really funny. You should do air tags that say Pookie. This is really funny you said this because I did date a guy who swallowed an earbud.
Same thing.
What?
Kind of the same thing. Did you get to like hear everything that was going on? I'd have been listening. Is he talking to a bitch? Is that what I'm hearing right
Sucking
now?
his dick, and I just hear voices through his stomach.
It's like a 50 Cent song. You're like, what the fuck is going on? Mini man. What?
Can you turn off Rogan? He's my friend. And
Wait, is that
I
guy
literally-
gay?
How do you know that story? It's the one thing I haven't shared publicly, and then I just did. But yeah, I like.
I don't know if he's
I'm in a
gay.
different relationship where I'm not thinking about where he is. I don't.
Yeah,
I
but
just-
people in
You guys-
LA are weird as fuck.
100%. And not only that, like when we're not together, I just
He's
like.
probably one of
I'm
those
like,
LA
what
people.
he's doing. Like I'm like, it's weird. I'm like a fan.
And that's how it should be.
I think so too.
He gets you in like your little soft girl era. You don't have to be like a hard ass gangster, you know.
No, that's what
I
it
hate
is.
I'm in
that
my
she's
gangster
like
era.
actually like
By
the
the way,
whitest
do it.
bitch ever.
But you know, it's weird. I was dating this guy once,
Yeah.
athlete, professional athlete, and I
Genuinely
remember
like the
because I guess just
widest
because of what I
fucking
do,
combo
and you
I've
know,
ever heard in
I
my
thought
life.
if a guy wanted to
Mhm.
date me, he wanted like a challenge, you know, because guys say that a lot, like, and I think they believe
No
it.
guy who's ever said that.
I
No,
know.
no, no, no,
I
no.
just want to let you know right now, no
You'd be
guy
surprised.
said that.
And I think this is probably a guy being full of shit, trying to flirt or saying what I think they
They're
think I would want to hear.
Oh, I love a good challenge. Okay, bring it on.
Guys say it. Here's the thing, but I know, but guys don't hear what their guy friends say to girls. Like you guys
That's
don't know.
true.
Do you know what I'm saying?
That's
I
true.
always have to tell my guy friends, like, you know that your homies cry to us, right? And that they, you know, it's a whole ass thing. So we see a different side of your homies than you do. And they'll be like, I want a girl who calls me out on my shit. They always say that. I want a girl that's like,
And when you do, they're like, "Why would you say that?"
I know. And then 3 months in, you're like, hey, why do you have 2 phones? And they're like, why are you attacking me?
Oh yeah.
Why are you here talking about this bitch? You're with me. That's my friend.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Damn.
Oh, really? And I said to him, I was like, we were arguing about something, and again, because I thought I had to like prove I was smart or strong or something like that. And then I was like, well, I thought you wanted a challenge.
How
Like I
old
thought men
is
wanted, you know,
she?
you date me if you want a challenge. And
She
he was
looks
Don't
like,
like
say it unless you
35.
want it.
He was
'cause
like,
I will
She's
give you a
30
challenge.
something.
what
I
man
think.
would ever want a challenge? What man would ever want a challenge? And that like blew my mind.
Who is she? I
But
don't
that's it,
know.
though.
I thought it was my job to be a challenge. I thought that's what you
Yeah.
guys wanted.
Whitney
Yeah, you want a hard
Cummings.
time? I'll give you a hard time.
Well, no,
you
and
know?
also too, we think it's like,
Ooh.
did you bust every guy's balls this hard, or
Huh?
is it just me? And then we start thinking, and it's like, so who are all these guys that just kind of got to like hook up with you and go on with their life and not deal with any of this bullshit I'm dealing
have
with
to be
right
gay.
now?
Oh.
So it just kind of puts it in perspective,
Whitney
and you're like, damn,
Cummings.
fuck, I can just.
42. Okay, what?
I'm a little
There's
ashamed.
the door, bitch.
42
I do
talking
think,
about
though,
this shit
it
is
takes a while to
insane.
figure out who you are, so it's hard to know what you even want. But I spent so much time going like, I'm gonna go to therapy to learn how to be this person. I'm
100%
gonna,
a
you know,
desperate
I go to the
single
12-step
bitch.
meetings for something called Al-Anon, growing up in an alcoholic home and with drug addict home. I'm gonna like learn how to be this, and I'm gonna be
She
more
was a
patient, I'm gonna
child.
be more this, and I'm gonna wear this push-up bra, and I'll wear these shoes, and I'll act this way, and I'll laugh when he makes a joke because I tend to not laugh a lot at things because I'm a comic.
No, she was
and
talking
whatever.
about her
I'm gonna fake
boyfriend.
laugh. And then all of a sudden I was like, I don't need to change anything about myself. I just have to be authentic, and then I'll actually attract the right person. Because when you're pretending or you're trying to be something you think they want, they're going to be attracted to a fake version of
42,
you.
you're acting
And
like
then
this is
in 6 months or a
insane.
year, you're going to be so exhausted pretending that you're going to like fall apart one day and just like they're going to be like, who's this person? You're like, this is me. You know,
This is the real
this
me.
is a real me. And they're
Yeah,
like,
that's me.
And you're not even in love
That's
with
like
me. You're in love with
over
someone pretending to be.
twice
And they're
the
like, why
age
did
of
you just
Tom.
pretend to be someone for 6
See, this is
months,
how
you
you gotta
weirdo?
play it. You
That's
gotta
like
give 'em like a
double
maybe a
the
3
age
month
you can
free
drink in
trial, like,
America.
oh, sweet little girl, you know, nothing whatsoever. Then once you like get them in with a hook and you got them for good, then you can show them the real you. Yeah, I'm a.
Now we'll
beating
go
on
swimming and
shit.
you'll see my face for
Yeah.
real.
And your bush.
Who's oh, am I?
Why
your bush.
so much
I
like
don't have a
He's
bush.
not
Man
worthy of your
hate.
bush.
I don't know. Maybe
There's
I'm
like
working.
2 dudes in there.
that?
The cameraman's a
Wig
dude,
that's pubic hair.
and then they have a co-host
That's
that's
a
a
thing.
dude.
But Are you dating anyone yet? Are you on the apps?
Hell no, I don't know.
Okay.
There's so
I
many
don't
of these
know.
women
It scared me.
podcasts are just
No,
straight
Pookie's still in the
hating on
picture.
men.
He just hadn't took me on a date.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. When you told me that, I got upset.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like, he's not took me on a date yet.
How long have you been hanging?
It's been, like, on and off for, like, 3 years.
And you've never been on an actual date?
We just, like, started getting serious, like, a few months ago. And I still haven't been on a date.
I'm going to say something wild.
Do it.
I'm on his side. Hear me out. How old is he?
No
24.
way.
Here's what I'll say. I'm on his side, but he's doing something right by accident, not on purpose. I think that you going out right now, it could make the dynamic awkward.
Oh,
My
yeah.
dude is a public figure. When we didn't go out in public together for, we were together, truly a year. We just started going out in
No
public
one's
together.
gonna
the last couple-
recognize
I'm
these
so
two
glad we
out.
Didn't do it. I didn't know he was very famous. The guy that I'm with, he's very famous to people, and I would have been spooked early on.
Who is she
So
with?
I just wouldn't want him to see
Oh,
how
very
famous you
famous.
actually are.
That's Pookie!
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I
Very
mean?
Probably broke
famous.
down
Or
or
like to want to have this romantic night, and then you go out, and then you get
Very
demoralized or like
famous.
depressed
Whitney.
because you can't just like have this moment with him. I'm sure there's a way to do it. You guys can get a boat or
Yeah.
something.
I'm not
Yeah.
hard to
Never-
please or anything either.
Never
Like, all you
will.
gotta do is feed me.
Yeah, okay.
That's it.
I
You
know,
take me
but
to
you're.
Taco Bell.
It's probably a comedian.
I
Have you
will-
told him that?
You know.
He did take me to Taco Bell.
Is it?
Okay.
Because she's a
I ate
comedian.
more than he did.
Okay.
I was a lord ass. It's okay.
What does he do? Is he in Nashville?
I don't
So
know.
he works in Nashville. He does like construction and stuff.
Love it. Love it.
He's like,
Let him stay in.
I love a hardworking man. Got calluses on
How
his
about
hands
you
and
cook
shit.
a meal so when he comes home from his construction job, there's food waiting?
I mean, I could do that. I don't know. I'm
He's
weird like
not
that. Like, you gotta
famous.
earn that from me.
Okay.
Hmm?
I don't think he's earned that just yet.
I just don't. There's this new
Wait.
thing where, like, I don't know,
Is
women
this
that are like
different Whitney
think
comic?
that they're empowered or like, I'm a feminist. I don't
Is
cook.
it?
I don't clean. I'm like,
No, I like doing that.
I'm like,
I
bitch,
love
what do
doing
you do?
that.
I feel like
exactly.
it is.
Besides
I don't
bitch.
think
Are
it's
you
her.
just like a hungry, filthy bitch? What do you?
You filthy.
Yeah,
bitch.
but
do you
look what
bring
she's
to the
wearing.
table?
She's
Yeah,
like,
you know?
No, I love to clean.
looks like a
Cleaning's fun.
That
homeless
might be cute.
little
like,
kid.
I mean, you could just order
Yeah.
it for him or go pick up.
Well,
your,
maybe it is
We did
her.
yesterday.
You know.
I haven't stayed the night with him in a while.
She won't even let him stay at her house.
Nice. Good shit, Haley.
I'm
Does she have
gonna
her own
sit down and
house?
ask Granny, hey, Granny, can my man stay the night? That's a conversation I'm
Oh, no,
not
she
trying
does
to
not.
have
Would
with
not
Granny.
care.
I mean,
Granny's
Granny
not
would
proud.
not.
These
I mean,
people
I just, I don't know. It
separate.
weirds
You're
me
so
out.
Fair enough.
And
Oh,
so
that's
he can't
probably
sleep
the
over.
fucking
He can
dad
sleep
of
in
the
another
kid.
room.
I don't,
Downstairs,
I
like-
don't think she'd care, but I don't want to have the conversations. All it is.
I don't mind that. I like that.
I just like that's Granny.
Apparently
Granny
she's
thinks
a
I'm, like,
comedian.
pimp, you know?
Yeah,
I
she is.
appreciate a moral
Sound
compass.
very funny.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I appreciate a capacity for
So
shame and
comedians
embarrassment.
Is
aren't
the
like
real reason you
actually
haven't slept
funny.
over at his house is
Like,
because
I
you're
don't-
scared to clog his toilet
I
in the
don't
morning?
find trying that hard to be funny.
Okay.
No, but
okay,
like,
just because
I don't find it funny trying to be funny.
Lactose intolerant?
Like, I feel like it's just
I am full of shit.
weird as fuck.
Both ways.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
mind going
probably
for like a
But you gotta just make a
Comedy show
Starbucks
while
run, or
I'm
you know what I
just
mean.
Yeah.
Get out
Always
of
have
there.
a shit plan
Oh,
when
yeah.
you sleep over. That's
But
like
by the way,
rule
Tell us
number
your
one.
shit
But,
plan.
like-
Make me
Oh, you
feel
want to hear
good.
my shit plan? It's
Yes.
actually fucking
I
great.
feel like most of them
I
are
live
just
right up
like
the block
you
from here.
feel them trying
So
too
if there's
hard.
ever a situation where I have to shit really bad and I'm with a girl, I always go, "Oh my god, there's an emergency at the office. Like
Oh,
someone's stuck
I
in the
think
garage.
it's a lot
I'll be
of
right back. Just
chicks.
stay here. I'll be
It's
right
just
back."
Oh,
our
people
ass
still do
is
phone
dead.
Yeah, right. Like it still works like that. And then I'll just come here when no one's here and just come upstairs and shit.
I have
and go
seen,
back
like, a
home. I'm
couple
yeah, I had to
guys
let my friend
that
out
are
of the
pretty good at
garage. Everything's
stand-up
fine. Let's
comedy.
go back to sleep. That's what I do. I
Yeah.
come here every time.
Well, see, my issue.
Like the guys that Joe Rogan
Well,
hangs
his
out
old
with,
apartment,
those
I'm sure.
guys are
He's
funny.
supposed to move into his new one. I don't know
Yeah.
where his bathroom is just yet, but his other bathroom, it was like right in the bedroom, and you can hear me a mile away when I'm in there holding onto the freaking toilet seat in the damn
What?
wall.
Turn the shower on, dude. That's my move. The shit shower. It's just. It's like a good transition.
What?
They won't know anything's up.
Yeah, that's smart. So it's like you close the door, turn the shower on, do your shit, have perfume in there with you.
Mhm.
But if they have a fan, that's better.
Do you remember that game I mentioned beforehand where you can win up to 1,000 times your money? Well, turns out it gets even better. Better Picks is
They have a
offering
second
cost
ad,
match
I'm
of
done.
$200 and a free pick for all new users. So basically, if you put like $200 in, they match it. That's $400 right there.
But
If you haven't downloaded
Did she
that
just
app,
like
plan yet,
cut to
do it
this
right now.
mid-sentence, or was this
Throw that thing in the lineup.
pre-recorded?
Edit
Ton of
ad?
money this NFL
Yeah.
season. Have you ever had to shit in
Oh,
a
it
man's
was
house?
pre-recorded.
Yeah, shit.
Okay.
I don't even try to hide it.
Okay.
Real,
But we
real
got
shit.
it. We got the soundbite.
Yeah.
It's gonna make her as famous as Haley.
Holy shit!
Bro, why are they acting like
It's
this bitch
a
is
called
so
Shit with
famous?
Chelsea.
Yeah.
She's hot to spit on that thing. I'm hot
It's
to
just shit on that thing.
Oh, this is shit on that thing.
Hat that says shit on that thing.
Okay, maybe
Classic.
shit
Shit on that thing. That respect.
No.
She's dead. Yes.
That is
Come on.
Oh, I manage Spit Girl and Shit Girl. What do you do?
Two Girls, One Cup. Was
Hell
very
yes.
You guys missed the opportunity to
They did the
represent those
thing.
hot tub
I
girls.
seen this girl post
They
a
did the
TikTok, and
dance.
I was like, yeah, sure, hot to a girl was like onto something, but she said she spits on it. Well, I fart on it, and I was like,
What? How do you even
Whoa,
do
That
that?
was a hilarious video, by the way.
Whoa.
Wait,
I've
she's
friends with a lot of
42.
male
She
comedians.
unironically
Farting porn
dabbed.
is a big thing where girls just fart. And
like a queef?
No.
It's like a fart out of their butt. Queefing, I'm sure, is the thing too. I haven't dabbled in that yet. Also, by the way, sorry to make such a hairpin turn here. I was given tea tree oil to give you for your warts.
Who the fuck
What?
gave her that? Who the fuck gave her that?
I
Oh,
hate
yeah.
that this
What?
is in my pocket. Is this for genital warts or?
It's actually blue waffle. I'm kidding. No, I'm bullshit. No, I got a
Isn't
blue
that
one on my
fake?
foot. I don't know what the fuck it's from. Probably the airport before I figured out to wear socks in that motherfucker.
Why do you look at me like I'm in charge of the airports? I don't know what that
Nobody
is.
told me I had to take my shoes off.
At the
Like the
at the
first-
TSA.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Haley's
It was
first flight
sick.
ever, Whitney, by the way. Her first flight she ever went on was like 3 weeks ago now, maybe
What?
a month ago.
It was about a
And
month.
You
Never
had
been
never
on
flown
a
before
flight.
you went viral.
No, and everything in my damn like
Oh,
carry-on.
I guess in America you
Brought a
can
knife.
walk everywhere.
Actually, it was 2 knives and they got confiscated.
You brought knives to the airport.
yeah.
You
How
got a little
fucking
girl
dumb
going
are
out
you?
here somewhere she's never been
Nah,
unarmed.
that-
You've lost your fucking mind.
You brought weapons into
Those
TSA.
stupid.
That's like
He
dumb
was
as
like, "Man,
shit.
what's this?" And I was like, oh, you can keep it.
Do you? Okay, I know
Only
you
if
don't
you
care
have
that
some
much about history,
parents,
but do
alright?
you know about
I'd be like-
9/11?
Yeah.
Did you ever hear about this?
What?
I mean, this.
Wait, what did she
dude,
say?
You going to the air?
What's
That is like
9/11?
Cat Williams level. Bonkers, dude. Like this is like Dr. Dre does.
Wait,
does it
this
for
is probably
knives.
recorded around
I
9/11.
respect
Oh, it probably
this.
wasn't actually.
So they
It's like
took your
way
knives.
Well, I'm always like in a panic if I'm like
They
in a big
released it
crowd
on
of people,
9/11,
I'm
I'm pretty
like,
sure.
what's
After.
going on around me?
As you
'Cause you
should.
can't tell about people nowadays.
They
You gotta
released
worry
it
about
day
people
after
trying to
9/11.
kidnap you and every fucking thing
That's
else
right.
trying to hurt you.
Yeah, you look exactly like the girl
Yeah.
in Taken. I mean, this is like.
That's a good movie.
You look
is
easy
what-
to kidnap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
what.
I hate that they
traffickers
act
look
like
for.
she's an
It's not
actual
hard to
celebrity.
believe. Toss me in a fucking van and scooch
Good
off with my
shit.
ass.
That's
And
right.
there I go. No more hot tub for you. I mean, I'm done.
Runaway
Cook.
It's not the
train
worst
never
podcast
coming
ever.
back.
Yeah.
You had a box cutter?
Johnny got rid of it. I'll take that, actually.
But this isn't anything. This isn't your Hollywood fucking managers that get Botox are giving you fake witch serum for your wart. You got to go to CVS and get like a Dr. Scholl's thing to burn it off.
No, that's gonna hurt.
It's not gonna hurt. What's
That
that?
this little lady that
That's
was on
definitely
my
not
Okay,
toes.
first of all, stop going to Erewhon. Okay, like we're
I
not
went
gonna,
one
And then
time.
that's
we're not
shit.
gonna
Oh.
be MC Hammer
she even
where
got
you make all
one
this
foot?
money and you get successful, and then you're going to Erewhon and spending $200 on a fucking burrito.
Yeah,
There's-
it's crazy.
It's insane. That
I
place
will
is
never not think I don't live in poverty anymore.
Dude.
Like, you asked me to go, I don't know, shopping.
Does she? How does she have money?
$30 on a shirt, I say you're fucking crazy.
as you should, because the more
As
money you
you
make, the
should.
more money you spend, and when you get that first tax bill, you're gonna.
Because this
realize
is
how much money
her
you make.
first thing I've
I
ever
was
seen
gonna
her trying to
roll
make
out of
money.
it, like, the other day
I
when
guess she
came
made
in and
merch.
go, Shit, taxes are fixing to eat me.
But you're in Nashville is your primary residence.
Her feet
So you're fine.
featured
The
from
amount of money
somewhere.
It's not terrible.
Has
but
she
it's
been on
just-
other podcasts?
Yeah, she's been on every
Yeah,
podcast.
so it helped me when my business
Ah,
manager told
that's
me
where she
any amount of
make
money
money
you have,
from
you
then.
have half.
Mhm.
Whatever number you see, you have half. Right? With agents, managers, you're paying everyone. You know.
I didn't know
and
she was
then
on other
anytime
people's
you look at what something
podcasts.
costs.
Yeah, this is her
multiply it.
first
And
actual
that's how
her
much it really costs. So this
podcast.
sweater's $50. Oh my god! It's actually you have to earn $150.
Yeah, I
to be
thought
able
this
to
was
afford
her
it.
first time like doing
So that
anything.
really helped me because every time I leave
No.
Erewhon to get groceries,
I've
I'm
seen
like,
the
that was
clips.
a laptop.
Who the fuck do I beat up on?
I don't
about
really
taxes?
want to streaming.
Well,
sick of this
if
shit.
there's a
Actually,
next
they're
round of January
Max.
6th, I feel like you'd fit right in storming the Capitol. I feel
Okay,
like you
pal.
just take that pillow,
My bad.
wear it as a hat, and you just go in and let them know.
I'm sick of you and I'm sick of your bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like how you think.
I finally have money and I don't get to keep any of it.
No, back to Erewhon. Though. That was a crock of shit.
Here's the thing. Some of the food is good. It's not $20
Exactly.
for a smoothie good.
Well, Erewhon's like my
Wait,
favorite
what?
nightclub in the city. The only
That's
thing good about that
USD,
place is
that's
that just
more.
you'll find the best looking women
Oh,
maybe on planet
that's
Earth.
like
at
Yeah,
all
what's the
times.
25.
But,
Yeah.
but they're
What's
bad
dirt?
with money.
Yeah.
Bad with money, bitches. So if you go into Erewhon and you see a hot chick, that is a red flag because they're in debt from buying Hailey Bieber's cum
What?
Smoothie, whatever the fuck that is.
That's why it's so expensive, Haley, if you didn't know.
What's in there? Oh, not you, your smoothie. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look,
Bro,
a lot of men that are gold digged, they want to be gold digged. That's the thing that gets tricky. A lot of them, you're like, why is all your photos, your watches, and your cars, like, this is what you're leading with.
She's
this is what you
singing?
want. You know, it's transactional. You're using her for her body. She's using you for her
Yeah,
money.
yeah,
It's like,
I don't know if I could ever do that though.
You
I'd have to make
couldn't.
him like put a bag over his head or something. Cause let an old man try to kiss me, I'm gonna sucker punch that bitch. Right now. Fuck that.
Well, that's the whole point of making money is that you never have to be in a relationship you don't want to be in. The best thing about having money as a woman is you get to date broke guys. They're so much better at sex. They're so much nicer.
Yeah.
You get to date like a painter.
Yeah.
How about like you though? I don't want anybody like getting close to me like that either.
Yeah, dude, but then if it's a good person, it's actually a good thing is what I'm learning now.
Yeah.
It's
I think it's good
nice.
to be careful. I think it's good to be really careful.
Yeah,
I don't think you can move slow enough. I think I think every relationship I look back on, I'm like, if I just moved a little slower, I would have realized like we're just meant to be homies. We should have just been friends, and we like started sleeping together, and then you get chemically addicted then, and then I've been in so many situations where I love
Holy
someone,
shit.
but I don't like them.
We're 42
I'm
with
like,
a kid.
I'm chemically addicted to you. Like, I love you, but
That's
I don't want to hang
crazy.
out with you. I don't
She's
like
actually got a
talking to you.
kid.
Shit.
Who could be
What?
watching this?
My ex-boyfriend. That's kind of how that
I
went.
love you, but I don't like you. We have to be homies
Yeah.
too, you know?
Yeah. Me and him were really good friends before that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does your new guy think of all this?
Hey, Pookie.
Yeah.
I asked him yesterday, I was like, I bet you feel like you're on top of the world, don't you? And he was like, I don't know, I don't really think about it much. And I was like, well, I mean, I don't act any different than I did before.
Of course,
so.
of course.
You're not any
But
different.
he's on a little pedestal now.
Come on.
It's
Pissing
good
me
he's
off.
not from here.
Pissing
Because an
me
LA
off.
boy would take that. He'd be posting everything. Oh, I'm
What
dating
the
Hawk too.
hell?
I mean, it would be.
He'd get humbled
I'm
very
dating
quick.
Hawk
Here's the problem
too.
with LA. You're from LA.
I'm from here, yeah.
Yeah,
You're
there's
one of the
no
few,
way
though. Here's the
in
thing.
hell
I
I
don't
would
think it's the
ever
people
release
from
that.
LA. I think it's the people that come to LA
100%.
and they
They
the people
what
that
to
go up
LA?
here don't care about famous people. They're like, we've seen it all. I went to high school with them. You know
Literally,
what I mean?
though, yeah.
You know, so it's the people that move to LA.
Lacey
all
lives in
from
LA.
Queens, the people that
We should
go
pull
out
up.
of their way
Yeah,
to
don't
seek
mention
fame
that
and
boy.
their success.
We should go on a Hawk
Right.
Tour
That's what I like about
podcast and
here.
then
The
go to
one
the
thing I
Vase
do like
house.
about being here, it's too big, but you can walk down the street and everybody just does not pay you
No
any
one cares.
attention.
No one cares.
Exactly. I love it.
No one cares because everyone thinks they're the
You know,
celebrity.
sometimes you can
Please
keep your
take the
opinions
By
to
the way,
yourself.
oh my god,
Please.
Kathy Griffin
Who?
does the funniest thing. I don't know if you know.
You.
She's a comedian.
What? What did
You
I
know,
do?
She talks about celebrities. You know, she did
about
this show called
fucking
Life with
Lacey?
Delish. Sort of big
Yeah,
comedian.
because I said something about
And,
LA.
she got in a lot of trouble.
Something I
Being
thought.
held up
Lacey
of
and
the
Hawk
head of
Tour.
Trump, and it was kind of a whole saga during the pandemic.
That'd be a
Point
dream.
is, she has this really funny thing where she says, "Say congratulations
Maybe a dream
to anyone
day.
on the
This
street
shit
in
has
LA."
to be rage
and they
bait
will
with
say
the whole
thank you.
she's like
And I was like,
thinking
oh,
she's a
come on,
fucking
whatever.
star
She's like, no,
celebrity.
try it. Like, as a famous person.
Yeah.
Like, she would just, we were on Hollywood Boulevard and just some random person. She was
Wait,
like, hey,
low key, she
congratulations.
could be
Some
like
random
the
girl.
best
And I was
rage
like,
baiter of all
Thank
time.
you so much. Thank you. Like, she probably went on a commercial
She does what
audition
Nadia
that day.
did.
Like,
Or something.
everyone in their head is like
Do you
famous
remember
and
the
doing
cod
so well.
bitch,
Like, if
Nadia?
somebody famous
Oh,
says to you,
yeah.
congratulations, and you're like, oh, thanks.
Bro, she
What did
was
I tell you
good
earlier?
at the
I was like, I
whole
like how it
rage bait
smells like
shit.
it. She was like,
Yeah.
what do you mean by that? I was like, well, it smells like pot and it also smells like crushed dreams. I kind of like it.
You're coming at LA is now just kind of this weird like Black Mirror simulation now. It's like China's bought every building and it's all just like weird empty like money laundering schemes. Like it kind of like sounds like you're missing like the Standard Hotel and like House of Blues is closed down. It's kind of a weird vibe.
Did
like,
you grow up here or no?
No.
didn't?
I'm
Yeah.
DC. I'm like Virginia. Yeah, but it's like Jim Belushi died at the show. Like
Virginia.
people were just dying all the time. It was sick.
What?
You know, with John,
That was cold though. Did you see her do the
all white men look
hand
the same.
things?
Oh,
Oh
sick.
yeah, Jim
Rock
Belushi
on.
is Yes Dear, right? Or
That's his brother, right?
Not the Blues Brothers, the younger brother. John Belushi.
What?
right. We get it. We got it. Let's John Belushi's the one that died. Okay, at the Chateau Marmont. And then Joaquin, which is the Phoenix? River.
Joaquin
River.
Phoenix.
River's the one that died.
Oh.
I
What?
conflate
What are
brothers.
they talking about?
I don't think more
Oh,
than
no
one
clue.
sibling should be famous. Alec and
sorry?
Steven and Billy. I couldn't pick them out in the lineup to save my life.
They were just talking about Logan and Jake
How did
Paul.
you get roped into this?
I don't
Just,
think more
like,
than one
how did
brother
you
should be
start out?
famous.
Bad
get here.
childhood.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, cunt.
Like every entertainer, my parents were alcoholics and ignored me. I mean, I'm not even really joking because when people ask me, they're like, "What did you do to get this?" And I'm like, "I did start with a very big, like God-sized hole that was like trying to get approval from alcoholics. You know, I was trying to make alcoholics laugh. I was trying to make people on drugs like calm down and stop yelling. And I was trying to keep the mood light because everyone was fighting. And, you know, that's kind of what stand-up is. You go in front of a bunch of drunk people and you try to make them laugh and cheer them up. You know, so I you know, when
It
people
could
say
never
like,
make
I
me
want to do
laugh.
stand-up, I'm like, okay.
Holy
like,
shit.
you know,
The dab was
just make
low-key
sure your
cold,
childhood
though.
was terrible.
Time to
You
put
know,
Fair
the
enough.
fries
we
in
have
the
a joke. A
bag.
friend of mine is a comedian, Annie Letterman, and she talks about like, you know, going through like childhood trauma and stuff. And we joke that like if you've been like molested as a girl, it's like
green
go run
aura with
sports.
flies.
It's like you have an advantage. Like the more trauma you have, the funnier you end up being. But I, you know, studied theater in college and all that kind of stuff. I studied journalism as well, which journalism used to be this thing where individuals would tell the truth about
Explaining
what was
fucking
happening in the world.
journalism to me.
It ended like 10 years ago. But, you know, now the news is actually fiction and all media is documentaries that are the truth. It's completely flipped. But studying journalism, I think was kind of my way subconsciously, like being a comedian, you're kind of like a silly journalist in a way. You're like,
What?
talking about current events. You're trying to like investigate things and figure things out. And, you know, it's also a little bit like being a lawyer. Like I always say in comedy, you say
Is she
something
more
that's not true
famous
and
than
you
the Hot
prove
Tour
it.
Girl?
You know, like I was like, do I want to be a lawyer? Do I want to be a journalist? And, you know, I remember I
think
got an
so.
internship at a news station. Again, the news used to be this thing where
Stop
people
so
would tell the
fucking
truth about events.
insane.
So I got an internship
Like,
at a news station and they let me
fucking
read the
perspectives
teleprompter
and
to like
shit.
make a video to like send
Some
around
of
and
her
try to get, like, a job
opinions
or
are
something.
actually like
And they let me
low-key
read the local
insane.
news. Which
She's
local news
talked
is
so
shit. It's
much.
always
I've
like,
heard fucking the
if
Hot
lead
Tour Girl say
poisoning
like
your children,
a few
find out after
sentences.
break.
Mhm.
Was it something with lettuce a few weeks ago I was saying?
The like a
Like the
recall.
dirty ass lettuce? Yeah.
She
Urban
makes some
Conceal.
random ass
Yeah.
comment like this.
Totally.
At all things.
But they're just trying to keep you
And then
watching,
this
so there's
bitch
like as
just
sensational
yaps
and
for the
insane as
next fucking
possible,
10
and all
minutes.
the men are in drag, the women are in blackface.
That's what Big Sugar wants you to think, that lettuce is bad for you.
Big Sugar?
Yeah, it's all a ploy by Big Sugar.
Big lettuce took a hit.
Big lettuce is fucking taking a massive hit.
Yeah.
And so I was reading it, and it was some like horrible story about a kid that got kidnapped, and you know something just awful. And they show a picture of the kid, and it was, I mean, look, when you grow up the way you grow up the way I grew up, like horrible things, we just have to laugh. You know, it's
That's the best way to deal with it, though.
It's how we cope. Does it mean I'm happy that a kid disappeared? Do I think?
What?
But it was like, oh, this kid
What?
ran away from home.
Laughing
They
at
showed
a
picture,
kid
and he was a
getting
bigger
kidnapped.
kid.
I'm
And I was
down.
like, you know, whoever kidnapped him must be very strong. Like I was just like making jokes. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, who would have kidnapped him? Like, whatever. I get why he couldn't run away. Like I just kept making jokes, and they were so horrified. And I
have a sense of humor. I'd be sitting there smacking my knee, laughing like a. Let me just go on.
Nah.
And
Wait, they
like,
make
I
out
guess,
swear
like,
words.
like
I just
objective
realized.
journalism is just not for me.
She said
And, you know, I have,
motherfucker
like,
and
emotional
muted it.
dyslexia. When you grow up with horrible things, you use
Look,
humor to
he
cope.
got
So
her
it's
little
people that
ad.
laugh at funerals and that, you know.
I haven't got an
you're
ad. I don't
comfortable
think
when
she
things are
has
full of
ads.
Fun, you know. I'm like,
I hope we never have
Have
to
you
go
a
to a
spawn
funeral
for
together because I
support?
cannot sit
oh
beside
my
you.
God, we'll just be like, at least we'll be crying, not
Like
laughing.
upset. We're gonna be like,
You'd be surprised how many people, like my dad's funeral, we were dying laughing. Like,
What?
Like, I
that's
think,
how a funeral should be. I feel like if I died, that's how I'd want my funeral to be.
I think so too.
What?
Now skip around my casket and do something. I don't give a
Oh,
fuck.
dude, I want to do so many pranks at my funeral. I want to have a closed casket.
How
and
can
have,
you
like,
prank
someone
your
jump
own
out.
funeral?
I want to have
Bro,
them,
I love how they
like
all
fly
like.
my body
I've
in.
I've
There's so
heard
many
so
things.
many
Like my
people say
funeral,
this kind of shit,
I
but
cannot wait
like,
to die so I can do a wild funeral.
I want like a dance party.
If I
and
like
once
go
that
to like
happens,
And
they
then I
get
want, like,
so
if I like go to
screen,
like
like,
say
all my best
Owen's
moments, and
funeral
be
and like people are
like,
laughing,
chugging a
I'm
fucking
like
beer or something,
actually
I don't know.
shooting them.
I want to go out with a bang. Remember me like this. Don't remember.
That's,
me
like,
with this fucking
crazy.
My casket, you know.
You're gonna
Like,
live for a really long
it-
time. I feel like.
Yeah.
You're like.
What
Something
the
ever happens to me,
fuck?
I want to live through you.
Through me?
Yeah.
How do you know if you're in love with somebody?
Don't look at me, man. Don't look this fucking
What do you
way.
mean?
I don't know. Love's a strong word.
It is a strong word.
I'm not like a lovey-dovey kind of person. I don't like talking about
You think that now? You're a lot like me. Just
I
wait.
was like that.
Just
I
wait.
was like that too.
Like love, the
I'm a big
thought of
pussy
that.
now, dude.
But a dog you've never met. I love you.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, that was
yeah,
how I was too.
Exactly.
But I do think most, I think a lot of people jump to it too fast, I
Yeah.
think, and you're probably,
I agree.
you withhold, which
I'm
is
like, whoa, Buster, back it the fuck up.
that's okay.
You
Because I
know.
also think that like love, it's a word you can't take back. And also once you bring that into it, my guy makes fun of me about it because I'm so unromantic like this, but it's just because I don't, I've said I love you before and I didn't know what I was saying. I've heard I love you before, but didn't feel loved, which is so confusing. And I think a lot of times that
Can it
phrase
end
is
already?
just
Holy
used to
shit.
like shut you up. It's just like, but I love you. But I
4
love
more
you. And
minutes.
you're just
I
like,
love you too.
but I feel like you're trying to shut me up. You know, when like you're arguing with someone, like, I love you, okay? I love, and you're just like,
Yeah,
don't
shut
Oh,
up.
look at the
Yes,
last
right?
tag.
And
Like the
but
last
I love you,
thing.
but then you wouldn't have done that thing. That now
Yeah.
you're saying I love
Biggest
you. You better love
turn-ons.
it.
Hell
And
yeah,
so I
I'm
told this dude,
hyped.
I was like, don't tell me you love me. I'll let you know when you love me.
Yeah.
I'll let you know when I feel loved.
I got one more question for you.
Biggest
What is your
turn-on.
biggest turn on?
Wait, what the hell? I just guessed that.
It's gonna be some fucking
Dude,
weird shit.
I love
No.
a trashy tattoo. And
What?
I honestly,
What?
preferably another woman's name.
What?
Tina, a Trina.
I bet you like bite on it, don't
That's
you?
I want
insane.
there to be a mole, like a girl's face, like a hot girl. There's a
What?
mole with like a hair coming out of it. I'm like, could you pluck the mole coming out of the girl's face? I love a like a canceled tattoo that's like a Redskins, like a chief. You know what I mean? Just a word you're not allowed to say anymore. Just Cleveland Indians. Just I love
A neo-Nazi prison tattoo like that.
So she just wants like a racist dude with like a
swastika
swastika on his face.
just a Cosby Show tattoo.
What the
I love
fuck?
that, like, her whole
love
personality is
bad
just trying to be
tattoos.
different.
I love a bad
This bitch is
tattoo on
fucked
a
up.
man with his shit together now.
So you mean to tell me if Pookie has a tattoo on his leg right here, it
Who
says
is
party
Pookie?
and I should embrace that? And be like,
Yeah.
Jesus, that's a fucking
come
bad
here, you
tattoo.
sick
Her boyfriend that she's
What
been.
the? Why is she rubbing her lips?
What?
That's my last brain cell right there.
Why does she keep doing that?
I love that. I think a lot of women are like, I hate bad tattoos, whatever. Let them remember their mistakes. You don't have to remind them of their mistakes. They're right there. And every time that you go, let me check your phone, and he's like, you're annoying, he can look down at that
Yeah.
tattoo and be like, remember how dumb I used to be?
When he was a slutty frat
Yeah.
boy.
Oh, remember I used to date Trina?
Trina. There you go. Now you bite Trina's name.
Yeah. Who
Every
tried
time.
to fight my mom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are they
better,
like
and they're
actively
grateful
like
for you.
saying, I want a
Whitney,
trashy
thank you for
dude in my
coming.
I
life?
hope there's something
Yeah.
usable in here.
We
Oh my
have so
God.
much shit in there.
Okay,
Do not worry.
good. I hope you're happy. I feel like we were
I
just.
am.
This is what a podcast is. I always leave a podcast being like, was that anything? But like, it's just
This is normal conversation.
two people kicking
Bitch, you've
it.
never been on a fucking
damn right.
I love you, dude.
I love you too.
This is gonna come off patronizing.
I
I'm not
think
gonna say I'm proud
Hot
of
Tour
you
Girl was
for
on
getting
this girl's
famous or whatever.
podcast.
Don't do that. I have mommy issues. I feel like you're grooming me
Yeah.
right now.
Okay, grooming you.
Oh, I like that.
You are. I might be the only person in Hollywood that doesn't groom anyone. I don't groom
What?
myself. Look at my hair.
That is an insane
I'm proud
statement.
of the people you've surrounded yourself with.
Thank
Because
you.
that makes or breaks you mentally, financially, everything. So you have amazing taste in humans.
I try.
And by the
I'm
way, the
picky.
best thing to do is have dogs around humans. 'Cause
Amazing
if you
taste
don't have
in
good taste in
humans
humans,
because
your dogs will
she's
tell
on the
you.
definitely will.
podcast.
So I'm glad
Is
that
she
you have dogs
saying,
around.
They're having a little.
I'm an amazing human? Is she just glazing herself
On that
there?
note, I hate to take
Probably.
up any more of your time.
I love you. That's what people from the South say when they want you to stop talking. I don't want
wanna
to take
get
up
out of
any
this
more of your
conversation.
time. That was, by the way, that was like bless your heart adjacent.
That is bless your heart adjacent right there. Whitney,
I
thank you
love
for
you,
being out
Mama.
here. I love you too.
I love you. I
Thank
love
you
you. I
for
love
being
you.
on here.
That was a good podcast. Why are they clapping? That was beautiful.
Wasn't Whitney just such a peach? If you
Oh.
want more, go like, comment, subscribe to Talk To Her with Haley Will.
No.
No, resume it.
Oh, whoops.
Follow.
Unpause it, ho.
What is this got by accident?
What?
Follow wherever you get your podcasts.
I don't know
While you're
why I
watching
didn't leave
this,
the
take
call
a
by.
picture and tag me and tell me who you want next.
Because
Tag
you
me
have to
and Talk
right
To Her,
click on
and I'll be sure to
Discord, like
repost.
on the bottom bit. Hell yeah, that was
Wait,
fire.
wait. It's got 2 videos. Is there a second one?
No way.
Oh, no, it's a trailer.
Oh.